Beautiful day today. We have made our decision on which house to pick, and curious, I guess at this point we haven't posted the video yet, so I don't know if it corresponds with your choices for us or not, but we'll find that out soon enough, and you'll find out which one we picked. Alright, our last day here probably. We're moving out. We got everything packed up behind me there, and waiting for the taxi to show up right now. So it's been an alright place. I really enjoyed the yard, enjoyed the tree, the persimmons here. We've been eating loads and loads of them every time I go to the grocery store and I see other people buying persimmons. I just can't help but think that it's much handier having a tree. But we're looking forward to the next place. There's not enough beds there. That'll give you a hint to which one we bought. The realtor couple, Jeff and Nino, have spare mattresses and sheets and beds, or sheets and blankets for us. So they're going to loan us those for the time frame that we need them here. This is also going to be a temporary home. We got some big news coming as far as paperwork. That'll be, I don't know, we'll probably tell you in a couple of days. We can't keep it much longer, but we'll finally be moving on to our hopes and our dreams. Likely in the next couple of weeks that will materialize, so we'll let you all know what that's all about, and not keep you in suspense forever. For now, we're just waiting for a taxi. We're finishing cleaning up the house. We want to make sure everything looks nice, just as good as when we got here. We'll sweep everything up, wipe everything up, wash the floors. We're washing some bedding right now, and just putting things back the way they were when we got here. So you can see Mama's sweeping the floors. We are officially moved out. We've got a little bit of tidying up to do here yet. So far we've been sleeping over here. Wes was sleeping on the couch here, and we've been sleeping over here. Most of the beds are incredibly dusty. They were. And yeah, that's why we slept here. A little bit cleaner, nicer, although we did have the rest. This is the one room I did not show you, I guess. There's a very large room over here. We had two of the beds pulled out over into this room, but it's a lot cooler here, and hard to keep warm, as well as just the bedding. Everything just stinks, so we moved into the other room, and that's why we were sleeping over here instead. All right, we're off again. We got another three minivans full. We managed to all do it in one trip. It's loaded up pretty good here. Got them up on the roof as well. We are off to another house. Looking forward to that. A couple of kids with me, and a whole lot of luggage. Right, if you guessed it, then you're right, and if you didn't guess it, then I guess you're wrong. But we chose house number one, and a couple of reasons for that, I guess. Main one is just it's clean, it's fresh, it's got new furniture, new beds. It's just not dated and old and fluffy and stinky. It's just a nice house. So there's actually less space in here, less beds in here. But altogether, we just feel it was the best place for us.
I agree.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Less is more.
Less is more. Okay.
Since we built our house large, 4,000 square foot home, I've realized that smaller space is better.
Smaller space is better space.
Yes, it's better for our large family because we can communicate and interact better together. They're not going to get lost in the house. And less is more.
I agree.
That's going to be too noisy.
It is very noisy. So we got to figure out the heat here yet, but other than that, yeah, we're off to the races. We
just have to figure out how to work it.
Yes, it is here.
There is heat.
Absolutely, yes. There's lots of heat here. There's a water. It's all water heat. Runs on the radiators. Open this up. That boiler there runs our domestic hot water as well as the heat in these radiators. There's one right there, which are spread out throughout the home. And so that gives us lots of heat here. It's a small space, it's cozy. They actually supplied us with extra mattresses. Jeff and Nino. They supplied us with some extra mattresses of their own that we're going to borrow, and that'll be sufficient for us to make do here. We're also very, very close to the airport here, which is going to be convenient when we need to fly out. So that gives you a bit of a hint of maybe what's coming. I told you something's coming, something big. We're going to let you guys know here probably this week, I would think. Maybe. So yeah, that's all I can tell you right now. We're going to get settled in here, and then we'll take a little trip down the road. There's a grocery store just down the road that's got basically everything. I peeked in there a little while ago. It's got more than we need. Got more than enough. I think that's what I'm trying to say. This is really neat. Got loads of books. So the early church fathers, very important to read about, because these guys actually were taught by the apostles, a lot of these early ones, and then as it goes on, these guys were taught by these guys, right? So when you want to know more about what the early church was, or how they thought about certain things, you can go back to these guys. So I just had looked in this book, and one of these guys, he wrote this 90 years, AD 90, right? He hung out with Paul. So, you know, this guy's got some weight. He knows what he's talking about. Maybe it's not in the Bible, but he still has some weight in his teachings and his thoughts, and it's worthwhile reading. And so all the way through here, there's a lot. It's first and second edition, so these green ones is first edition of post-Nicene, and this is second edition of it. But these are all before the Nicene Creed, which I think is in like the 300s or something like that. So there's a lot of wealth of information all throughout here. Loads and loads of books. Very interesting topics. So I'm looking forward to spending the next couple of weeks reading. See how far we get. And there's just some neat stuff here too. I'll make sure we keep the kids off the shelves. Alright, we are going to go out for a walk today. There's the airport not too far from here. It's like a 4-minute drive, but we can walk pretty close. I'm hoping we'll be able to see some airplanes just from where we can get close to the airstrip, I guess, but I'm assuming there's still a fence or something in the way. So we're going to wander over there. It's supposed to be like maybe a 10-minute walk, and along the way there's a little restaurant about 6 minutes away. So we might go and check that out as well. No guarantees on that one yet though. The pictures kind of look like it was a bit run down place too, but we'll go see. If it's something good, we might go eat there, and then come back to our place here. So far we're really enjoying being here. Yeah, it's very cozy. It's got good heat source. The showers are absolutely awesome. Laundry services work. It's clean, nice, smells good. We're just enjoying it. It's been a really good stay. Having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Alright, so this is outside of our humble abode. Apartments there. And we're living in this guy over here. So I don't even know what it is. It's 4-story, I think. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-story. 5-story building. So pretty neat. Pretty quiet here, actually. And then obviously there's lots more. Whoops, still learning how to use this. Sorry, there's lots more apartments here as well around us. That one there's a bit crummier looking, but for the most part they're all pretty nice apartments. Nice enough place. Pretty cool, eh?
There's one up in the sky.
Way up there. We just watched him take off.
Yeah, I see him. I still see him. He's going up to the clouds.
I won't be able to see him on camera, so I'm not going to turn it around. Pretty cool. We're close to the airport here, though. Now, I don't know if there's joint civilian and military, but on the other side of this fence, well, there's a guy's yard here now, but on the other side of his yard, we could see it through a crack in the fence over there. There's a whole whack of military choppers and a bunch of guys in army gear with guns. So I'm assuming the military must use that airport too, but the civilian airport is just down over here. So maybe military is a portion and then civilian is the rest. I don't know. So it's nice enough walk paths here. We do still feel a little out of place just because we have this huge family, and the vast majority of people do not. And so people do kind of look at us a little bit, but not in a harmful way. We really don't feel threatened in any way at all. So you can kind of see, well, there's a mix of stuff here. There's some nicer houses here, independent standalone houses, but there's loads and loads and loads of apartment buildings, like the one in front of us, the one we're living in. There's a lot of that, and little bits of graffiti here and there too. We actually passed a big school a while back, and it had a bunch of graffiti on it too. Now, we weren't quite clear on whether that school was still being used or not. Kind of wondered if it wasn't. If it was maybe, just an old school maybe, but I'm not sure.
There was a kid going to school in there.
Alright, so here's a nicer place. Looks like somebody's got a fairly new fence up. Very nice indeed. Inside their yard too. Still lots of dogs around. This is something that's very common. These apartment buildings, they're drying. Their clothes all drying out. Oh, wrong way, sorry. Drying out on the apartments. You just hang them up here. So that one looks like it's in pretty poor shape. You can see there's a window smashed out up there. So we put plywood on it, and then the plywood's been kicked out as well. Told part of the reason for that is shifting governments as well. So you'll have a government come in and they'll start a project. There'll be a bunch of funding allocated for a project, and then a government gets switched out before a project's finished, and the new government comes in and they don't honor that project. And so you can see how that would be very frustrating as far as getting anything accomplished. Or also switching styles, perhaps. They might have approved a certain style, and then a new government comes in, maybe approves a different style, and then you get kind of a mixed matched look going on as well. So that would be kind of frustrating for sure. We probably have more stability that way within our governments, where it's more of a continuous thing. It's not a complete changeover.
That's one home.
That's one guy's house. So this here new thing I got, I cannot turn it around mid filming. I have to compound the big house. So that nice fence that we saw way over here, and now this fencing over here, oops, all belongs to one fella. That looks of it. Oh, cool! There's some jet engines over there. Very neat. Let's go walk over that way. Nice jet engines in there. There we go, spare parts. Anybody needs a jet engine?
There's some small ones sitting up on top of that big.
Very neat. Just parts of jet engines, I guess. Probably not a complete one. So I'm not sure what's in here.
There's a fence there on the fence there.
Well, let's have a look. So far nobody's told us to leave. There's another building over here. All the windows are gone out of this one. And in there as well. Not much going on in there either, eh?
Keep walking there.
It's all fenced.
There's nothing to see here, eh?
You just walk up down the corner. There's a fence over here that has.
Yeah, we were really kind of hoping to see some airplanes, but doesn't look like this is going to go anywhere at the moment. But the airport, I believe, is on the other side of that fence. I don't know if you can see anything or not.
Yeah.
Yeah? You enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting with your sister? Hello, Maddie. Hello, Maddie. You want to smile? Or are you too sleepy to smile? Hi. Everybody's so quiet today. Having fun walk?
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to see something though, wouldn't it? Nothing to see here.